developer. Alright, the closest thing to democracy you experience in your daily lives is the residential society you live in. The Resident Welfare Association is your forum to give voice to your problems and wishes. But in a peculiar case in the National Capital Region NCR, residents are found to be fighting for their basic fundamental rights against an autocratic RWA. Vasudha Sharma gets you the story.
Silver City, a luxury apartment complex in Greater Noida, has become a battleground between residents and a so-called rogue RWA. Residents claim they are living in an atmosphere of hostility and gundaism, alleging that their current RWA is illegal and in the hands of vested interests.
Whenever there is a meeting or there is some get-together, you will find, bouncers, and very openly they are roaming in the society with just to create fear.
Residents reveal that a group of individuals, including some non-residents, took over their society from the developer without the knowledge of the majority and went ahead to register an RWA without elections. Since then, residents claim they are harassed with physical force, political influence whenever they speak up against being overcharged for deficient services and suspected money laundering.
I was myself beaten up in the AGM last year, and after that you can feel the kind of fear your family lives in, the kind of fear you can see in the eyes of your wife for you.
Managing an RWA today is not just about residents' welfare. RWAs have become huge money-making businesses, given that in maintenance alone you can end up collecting crores. And with such huge revenue generation come vested interests and clashes for control of RWAs. At Purvanchal Silver City, there are 624 apartments, which at 4,500 rupees per month generates about 3 to 4 crores as maintenance revenue. But residents allege the quality of services do not justify the costs. Meters are tampered with and vendors are changed without a vote. Add to this, the RWA is levying service tax on residents despite being well within the exemption ceiling. An audit of its expenses has never been disclosed. To further its financial impropriety, the RWA in charge has resorted to filing false cases against residents to bully them into submission. Even disabled senior citizens have become victims of the RWA's vendetta. The most terrifying part of the story is how the local administration has washed hands of them.
हमने authority को approach किया क्योंकि next is competent authority and competent authority is CEO Greater Noida in this case. हम वहाँ गए, उन्होंने लिख के दिया कि आप बुलाइए, ये दूसरे दिन को हाई कोर्ट चले गए, उसके बाद मामला फंस गया, हाई कोर्ट ने इनको फिर रेफर कर दिया, सीईओ साहब के पास पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर आ गया, वो बोलते हैं कि भैया ये तो आपका आपस का मामला है, मैंने जो दिया था वो तो एडवाइजरी था. What a joke.
The lacunae in the UP Apartments Act allows authorities to pass the buck. RWAs can be registered under the Societies Act, but the registrar claims to hold no punitive powers. On the other hand, the UP Apartment Act 2010 says that all RWAs need to come under its ambit, but does not specify where they should be registered, nor does it define what it means by a competent authority in case of disputes.
After the RWA has been registered, then it is the role of the competent authority to look into issues with regard to implementation of the 2010 Act. Now this is the ping pong that has been played between the development authorities and the deputy registrar. They are both passing the buck to each other to a great detriment to the RWAs that are trying to fight for their rights under the Act.
In Delhi NCR, thousands of apartment societies are developing and many have units running into thousands. Crores is the amount of maintenance that these new complexes will collect. But in the absence of clearly enforceable RWA norms, such tough battles will continue. With camera person Manoj Thakur, Vasudha Sharma, NDTV.
Well, RWA is getting hijacked by politically motivated residents who refuse to account for the monies collected and siphon off huge amounts of fund. This is a widely prevalent problem amongst many societies in Ghaziabad and Noida. In fact, as Vasudha pointed out in her story, the UP Apartment Act needs to correct this anomaly very quickly. Otherwise, residents' life becomes a daily battle and a daily hell.